looking great because I've been cleaning it for like an hour. And then a customer comes up to me and "Oh, do you sell?" Well, there's a whole, a whole lobe for smut. Anyway, a customer comes up to me and he's asking if we sell tripods, and I'm looking at him, and sometimes you have to just stare into their soul and listen and absorb all the details and then try to help them. You know what I mean? I don't know why I went salesman, but I did. I was anything to not be on register. So I'm like listening, and he's like, yeah, like a tripod, maybe like some woman thing, and I'm like, woman thing. Go on. Okay. And he's like saying he's trying to like have something to put a mirror on at like eye level, and I'm like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "You got anything like that?" And I'm like, "We don't have fucking tripods. We don't we don't have stands. This is the Dollar Tree." And I was like, but, hear me out, hear me out. We have hooks. It's the Dollar Tree. Anyway, we have hooks. And he's like, okay. But I'm a renter. And I'm like, ah. Well, then I have suggestions, but we don't sell them. I was like, here are our Chinese command strips. Don't buy them. They'll probably rip the paint off your walls. But you could get, hear me out, name brand command strips. Okay? And they won't rip the paint off your walls. You hear me out. But he really wanted to make something work from here. And I'm like, bro, why? And I was thinking, like, oh, I have hooks that hook onto my door. And then it's a hook. And he's like looking at my hands, and I'm like, yeah, like here's the door, and it hooks. And then a hook comes out, you know? And he's like, uh-huh, uh-huh. There's no coupons, it's a dollar store. I don't even get an employee discount. Someone asked me if we had a military discount. I look at him and I'm like, no. That'll be $3.75. Like, anyway, I'm trying to describe the hook situation. And I'm like, I don't know if we have anything like that. Right? If I stocked, I would know that in the very last aisle next to the lint rollers, there are door hooks. Anyway, I'm like, I don't know if we have anything like that, but I'm looking in like hardware, I'm looking in like bathroom stuff, like where I would think that shit would go, because I use it to hang towels. So I don't, whatever. I can't find anything, and I'm like, okay, well, and I'm like really trying to describe to him. I don't know why I just didn't pull out my phone and like Google it. Exactly. So he's like, he's on board, he understands, and I'm like, all right, cool. Walmart totally sells this. It's probably cheaper than here. If we sell it, it's going to be $5 because anything beyond normal is $5. Anyway, in the section by the pool toys, I find one of these back of the door hooks, but it's like flamboyant as shit. It's like got spikes there. It's weird. And I run and I go back to him, and he's in a different aisle, and I'm like, I found like this, but this is a lot. And he's like, oh, yes, like that. And like he's lingering and like contemplating his hook options and like some sort of bungee cord situation. And my manager's like, oh, like, we were talking about it, and she heard, and she was like, oh, we have back of the door hooks in that one aisle. And I was like, oh? And I run over there, and I was like, oh, we do. We have, like, more simplistic ones. We don't have single ones. I was talking, like, I have single hooks. That's what I was talking about. We don't have that. But literally when he came at me with, I don't know. And I showed him where those were, and we had like two styles, and he's like, I don't know, because it's a closet door and an accordion closet door, right? And he's like, I don't know if the depth of the door. And I was like, well, here's an idea. Leave. Measure your door. Reevaluate. Okay. And he was like, I don't know. Just leave. Just go. Get out of here. So I go back to stocking with my manager. She's a little creeped out that this guy's still here because it's like 9:40 or something. So I'm cleaning up the dog toys. He comes back over and he's like, what do you think of this? And he like pulls out bungee cords, and I'm like, there's no adjustment in bungee cords. And he's like, puts the bungee cords back. And he's like, got a couple hook situations. Anyway, my new store, just leave. Listen, I don't know why you wouldn't just put a hook on the back of the door. You know what I'm saying? Just put a hook on the back of the door. I don't think it's that serious. Also, why do you need a mirror in your bedroom? Don't you have a mirror in your bathroom? I don't know. Anyway. Literally, he does need specialist help. And apparently I'm a specialist because, I was like, it was getting late. And I'm like, oh, also we close in 15 minutes. And he's like, all right, cool. And I went around and told, because the manager was like, you can tell everyone we close in 15 minutes. And I was like, bet. So I'm running around like, hey, we close in 15 minutes. Just leave. And because I am an employee that matters, and just leave. Because I am a human, and because I'm not a fucking piece of shit like goddamn fucking Roger, I went up there and checked out a couple people because he had a line, you know, because I just told everyone to fucking leave. So I take a couple people. One of the people is that dude, and he was like, he had asked my name earlier, and he remembered my name, and he was like, okay, cool. So this is what I got. And I was like, all right, well, if you decide not to use a couple of these hooks, just like leave the tag on them when you try them on the wall or the door, and then just bring it back. Like, keep your receipt. And he was like, I can bring stuff back. And I was like, yeah, dumbass. You can bring stuff back. Just don't take the fucking tag off. What are you, stupid? Anyway, he was like, oh, do you work like every day? And I was like, no. Most days. Not a lot of hours, though. No. And he was like, okay, well, I might need to come back, you know, for, if I need more brainstorming. And I was like, okay, cool. Here's your seat. Get out. Next! Like, and he can't give me a job. He's a renter. He doesn't know what command strips are. This man ain't successful.